RIP to one of the most beautiful restaurants at the Pearl. Cherokee is shutting its doors this weekend after a few years of being open, and I heard Spirit Halloween already moved in.
And I just don't understand. Like, I don't know if it be certain locations your business just ain't gonna thrive in or what. But that's just crazy. I didn't even get a chance to try it. Damn.
Damn, man, one of my favorite places closed now, man. What's going on with all the selling and goals? They're closing down all of them.
Everywhere you look, the signs are changing. That restaurant that just opened a month ago, the one that promised to bring something new to town, maybe even became your weekend go-to spot, it's already gone. Doors locked, chairs stacked, and a for lease sign sitting where the menu used to hang. We're watching restaurants across the country collapse before they even have time to breathe. Places built with passion, family recipes, and years of savings are disappearing, and in their place you see something strange. Spirit Halloween. Discount retailers, liquidation stores. It's not just empty buildings, it's a reflection of where the economy and our spending habits have gone. People say they support local businesses, they say they're loyal customers, but loyalty doesn't pay the bills when inflation's high, rent's rising, and foot traffic's dying. The truth is, many of these restaurants are fighting a battle they can't win. Higher costs, fewer diners, and a customer base that's pulling back on every dollar. And while we move on, those memories, first dates, family dinners, late night laughs, they're being torn down and replaced with pop-up retail. It's not just about food anymore. It's about how the American economy is changing right in front of us, and how even the places that brought us comfort can't survive it. Check out some of these videos.
RIP to one of the most beautiful restaurants at the Pearl. Cherokee is shutting its doors this weekend after a few years of being open, and I heard Spirit Halloween already moved in. I'm sad about Cherokee closing, but I can't say that I'm completely surprised. I did enjoy going in there, sitting at the bar, getting a few drinks. Tequila Tuesdays here hit. The food, I'll say, was okay, but probably overpriced. The Pearl Company didn't really mention why they were closing it down, but I have a few theories. Number one is I don't think they ever really established like an identity. They were very much like, we're not Tex-Mex, we're not Mexican food, we are Southern Texas food. A lot of people were like, what does that even mean? Mesquite grilled meats, they were trying to incorporate the Gulf, the Valley, Laredo type vibes, but people were confused. If you've never been to like Southern Texas, it's all mesquite, like straight mesquite out there. There's no green stuff. But the carne asadas do hit. Next is they lost their chef halfway through. The chef that originally opened the restaurant, I believe, opened his own restaurant or food truck now, so that hurt. And also, I think since the Pullman Market opened, things at the Pearl have just shifted. It's just a theory, but I think people just don't go to that side of the Pearl anymore, so that probably hurt them as well. So this building has a lot of history behind it. It used to be the Liberty Bar, and this made it through Prohibition at the Pearl. The Pearl Brewery workers used to go and drink there and have fun. So obviously, the Pearl's probably going to keep that there and turn it into something else. We'll see what it becomes. I'm excited to see what it becomes. Hopefully they make good use out of it. But how do y'all feel? Are y'all sad about the closure? Did y'all see it coming? Are y'all looking forward to what's going there? Do y'all have any ideas? Let me know down in the comments.
Gainesville, Florida is a complete disaster. Let's talk about it, okay? Gainesville, Florida, restaurant after restaurant after restaurant continues to close in Gainesville. And it's not just the restaurants. It's storefronts too. The only thing keeping Gainesville somewhat interesting is the fact that, of course, they've got the university and the hospital is open. But other than that, there's not much to talk about in Gainesville, Florida. Gainesville, Florida is in big, big trouble. You start losing restaurants. You start losing storefronts. And what do you then become? Yeah, some of you say Naples, but I'm serious. When you're a city the size of Gainesville, and no one talks about it, but the number one concern in Gainesville is the crime. Crime in Gainesville is absolutely out of control. So you've got stores closing, restaurants closing, and crime at uncontrollable levels. It's a recipe for disaster. Like and follow for more. There's a lot more to talk about in Florida, but Gainesville, Florida right now, complete disaster.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Dip 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 is closing. Straight up closing. I'm not even kidding you. I'm literally going through like the 7 stages of grief right now. Like my husband and I have been going to this restaurant ever since they opened. I remember when they first opened, we got like a 9:30 p.m. reservation. So excited to try it. And literally since then, we've been going back for the past 6 years, and for birthdays, for promotions, for other big celebrations. And it's like one of our favorite spots in Austin, and it's closing. I'm literally so distraught. So distraught. The last day of operation is August 17th. So best believe I literally just made a reservation for tomorrow night so we can go enjoy it one last time. But here's your warning. If you live in Austin, get in a dip.
I swear, stuff be crazy. Like, this place wasn't even open for a couple months, and now they already shut down and about to be something else. And I just don't understand. Like, I don't know if it be certain locations your business just ain't gonna thrive in or what. But that's just crazy. I didn't even get a chance to try it. Damn.
So this week has been an extremely difficult week for us. We ended up making the decision to close our restaurant in New York after almost 10 years. So big decision we made. It just didn't recover from the pandemic, and so we had no choice but to close the doors. Very unfortunate. A lot of good memories, a lot of construction memories of getting the space up and running. A lot of staff that passed through the place. A lot of good memories. Really, a lot of good memories. And very unfortunate that we had to finally close the doors. So, but onwards and upwards. Look forward to the future and keep going. Unfortunately, the pandemic got the best of us.
Family-owned Mexican restaurant named the Hacienda Real in Frisco, Colorado was raided by ICE as well as Homeland Security. After an anonymous tip to ICE claiming that there were undocumented immigrants working in this restaurant, ICE investigated. The business owner complied. Everybody working there was found to be a legal immigrant with the correct documentation. Instead of taking that for what it is and moving on, ICE opened up a criminal investigation involving Homeland Security. And yesterday, Homeland Security and ICE raided this restaurant. They couldn't find any undocumented immigrants, yet still took a large amount of equipment from the restaurant, rendering it unable to operate. The restaurant, again, a family-owned restaurant, is now closed for the foreseeable future. Many community members ended up gathering outside while this was going down and essentially started protesting ICE and Homeland Security's presence at this restaurant. Community members yelled at the law enforcement agents, and when they finally packed up to leave, they went to leave all of their caution tape behind, in which said protesters ripped it down and tied it to their car and told them to take their trash with them. There is a reason ICE agents wear masks, because they know what they're doing is evil. None of them have the guts to have their face photographed doing what they're doing and going down in history. Because this is the Gestapo.
Damn, man, one of my favorite places closed now, man. What's going on with all the selling and goals? They're closing down all of them. I'm like, damn.
The fast food market is tanking, and I'll tell you exactly why on this Fast Food Minute. 2023 and 2024 were really tough years for restaurants with soaring costs, weakening profits, bankruptcy filings, and then falling sales. Many industry executives thought things would be better this year. The economy is on firm footing, the election was over, and most importantly, a run of generationally high inflation was easing without the recession many economists expected. But those sales results did not appear, at least for fast food chains. The weather was bad in January and February, which tends to keep people at home, and then tariff talk by the Trump administration led to a steep decline in consumer confidence. And so instead of the better year many executives thought, fast food restaurants are playing the same game they've played for the past couple of years, fighting to get customers in the door. In the second quarter, several chains reported surprisingly weak same-store sales. Jack in the Box reported its worst sales result in 15 years. Starbucks continues to lose customers. KFC and Pizza Hut are both down 5%. Numbers were so bad at Sweet Green and Krispy Kreme that they laid off 10 and 15% of their headquarters staff, respectively. Even chains seemingly doing fine are reporting that things are bad. McDonald's reported its best sales result in a couple of years, but peel that back, and the company did really well early last quarter when it was selling Minecraft stuff. But once that promotion ended, it returned to its weak sales and traffic results that it's been dealing with the past couple of years. All of this is coming in a backdrop of one of the most extensive discount wars the industry has seen in years. Now, the same can't be said for casual dining chains. Chili's have been reporting ridiculous results, and lately it's been joined by chains like Applebee's, Red Robin, BJ's, and Olive Garden. Casual dining has been outperforming fast food restaurants all year for the first time in decades, at least outside the pandemic. And this is really unusual. When consumers cut back on dining, they typically gravitate towards fast food because fast food has a reputation for low prices, and that isn't happening this time. Now, there may be some things going on, such as weight loss drugs or the MAHA movement, but a lot of this is rooted in what fast food restaurants are and who visits them. Low-income diners have long been a core customer of fast food chains, but those consumers' buying power has been hit hard by inflation. Prices are up everywhere, and that eats into the buying power of those consumers, and restaurant visits are relatively easy to cut back on. But a lot of this still goes back to fast food prices. To many consumers, prices have grown just too much, particularly for bundled meals that are frequently well over $10, which is a psychological barrier for many consumers. In short, the fast food market has lost a value customer, and even after marketing its value offers, they have not come back, and that has hammered the market for fast food chains in the U.S. I'm Jonathan Mays, and this was Fast Food, probably 2.5 minutes.